There are women in childcare who think their only choices are to keep running the program forever or leave the field entirely. Those are not the only options. You may be tired of managing the daily operations. You may be struggling with finding your passion still in the classroom. You may no longer want to open the building, solve the staffing crisis, answer every parent question, or be the person that everybody calls on when something's wrong. But that doesn't mean that you're done or that you're finished contributing to early learning education. I recently had a conversation with Erica Sacosio about what comes next after spending decades in childcare. One of the things that she said was, it's not about doing more, it's about doing the things you love. That stayed with me because I think too many accomplished women assume the choice is either to keep doing the same job or walk away from everything they've built. You may be finished with the job, but not the work. There is a difference between being finished with day-to-day responsibility and being finished with the experience, the judgment, the relationships, and expertise you built while doing it. If you've spent 10, 20, 30 years in childcare, you know things that are difficult to teach from a textbook. You know what happens when staffing gets tight. You know what a parent concern sounds like before it becomes a bigger problem. You know that new directors underestimate. You know which systems look good on paper and which fall apart by 4:45. That experience does not disappear just because you no longer want to be the person who opens the center every single morning. Erica said something else during our conversation. I would hate to see 30 years, 20 years, or 10 years of expertise leave the field altogether. And I agree. And I think this is a broader definition. And maybe it's more like, what does your next chapter look like? Maybe you teach. Maybe you consult. Maybe you become a professor. I don't know. Maybe you speak. Is there a book in you? Maybe you get to be the mentor that a new owner so desperately needed. Maybe it's all of the above. Your next chapter may look completely different, but the experience still comes from you. That does not mean that everybody needs to be a consultant. Doesn't mean that everybody needs to be a coach or a mentor or a trainer. And yes, there's a difference between all of those phrases. And you might see people just, you know, grab the phrase, I'm a coach. Oh, I'm a leadership coach. But have they been trained to be a coach? Are they telling you what to do? Because if they're telling you what to do and how to do it, that's a consultant or a trainer. Coaches help you find the answers within you. They keep you accountable. They question, and sometimes they might even hold up a mirror and get you to go, ah, I see what you're doing. Now, part of the reason that I'm sharing this with you is not because I'm a coach, because I am a coach. I'm an internationally Coach Federation trained, credentialed coach. I have been coaching with under that umbrella for over a decade. And I think it's important to know the difference, right? Because we have coaches at all different stages of our life. So let's talk baseball. Now, the baseball coach that your child, or maybe even you had when you were in elementary school, taught you the basics, the foundation, but they were there for you. You've watched videos, you've gone to camps, you've had coaches all growing up. And do you know what? The same skills the coach teaches and uses when you are now a professional or a college level athlete are exactly the same. But you know what the difference is? Are you doing that in a big group? Are you doing that one-on-one in private? Is it personalized to you? Not everybody is going to be for everybody, right? I have clients who've worked with a bunch of different coaches, and it doesn't make one coach better or than the other. It means that at different stages in our professional life, we're going to need coaches. As a coach, I've always had a coach. Most of the time, I have multiple coaches because I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm working on something in my professional life, something in my personal life. I don't know. Have any of you ever struggled with a health issue that maybe you're like, oh, I need somebody to keep me accountable? It could be something like a personal fitness trainer who acts like a coach on some levels, right? They're there to keep you accountable, to make sure that you show up and you do the work. You might actually have a health and wellness coach. You may just have a finance coach, or one of my favorites, a grief coach. Yes, a grief coach. Now, why do I bring all of this up? Because you know what? As a woman in authority, you're going to need somebody beside you. And sometimes that person may not be exactly what they look like. Find your tribe, find your mentors, go network, go meet people that make a difference in your life. For those of us who've been in the classroom, who've been in management, who are now on the other side, we are here to tell our story. We are here to be an inspiration. But you know what? Don't feel like you need to do what other people are doing. Do what makes sense for you. What do you love? If you love working with toddler teachers and that just warms your heart, then go work with those toddler teachers. Don't go try to be something you're not. But sometimes, if you have gotten to this point and you've been in the industry for over 30 years, there are experts in the field who have been who are who I want to be when I grow up. But sometimes opportunities appear within our early learning industry that we had no idea even existed. Sometimes we didn't even realize that we needed to say, hey, I'm interested in that. Hey, I can do that. Hey, you don't need a guy to do that. I can do that. There'll be more about that story over the course of the next few months because I'm so excited that I actually did what I tell y'all to do, which is I said in a room that not only was I the right person for that job, I wanted that job. Have there been times where that's happened to you that you thought, not really sure I'm qualified, or I'm sure there's somebody else who's better for that job? But is there? Don't sell yourself short. You've got this. I am so glad that you're joining us. And you know what? Next time, don't forget to make a better decision.